next matchup. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Kevin, I tell you what, they've actually been terrific on their home court, and they're starting another homestand right now.
Yeah, and this has been their domain, no doubt about it. I mean, they've made this arena a very difficult one for you as an opponent to come in and have success. So the question is whether or not they can continue that dominance on this homestand.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Luke Mbamute out there with Pierce. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bogut kicks to Green. Outside Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. They shoot again. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Paul Pierce. And stolen by Redick. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Pierce against Barnes. Three-pointer. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Chris Paul. First personal foul.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. It's Curry outside. Good. Curry's got 5 now.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The drive by Paul. Can't connect from short range.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
They get the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. They wouldn't want all of their guys shooting a 3 on the break, but when it's him, he's got the green light.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. He kicks it to Redick for the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Curry attacking. Fires the 3. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Now here's Redick following the shot by Chris Paul. And he gets it to go. Redick's got 5 points so far. Curry against Paul. Thompson right side. Dishes it to Barnes. It's Curry outside. Mbamute pulls it in. Clippers trail by 6. Here's the pass to Jordan. Finished off the break.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Now here's Jordan after the miss from Stephen Curry. Pierce dishes to Paul. Jordan kicks to Redick. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
J.J. Redick.
Redick's got 8 points.
Warriors call it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Kevin, that was really a tremendous effort. I mean, I thought they were coming all the way back. What a great fourth quarter of basketball. Just not enough to take it all the way.
And man, I tell you what, they had everybody in the building on the edge of their seats in that one. What an amazing comeback that would have been.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And here are the Warriors now. Livingston, that's good.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Livingston passes to Ezeli. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him. And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Prigioni, that's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Left side, Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. Back to Curry. Pass to Barnes. Nice D from Crawford.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is...
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Warriors ahead, up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hey, you talked to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position. Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Wesley Johnson for 3.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
So for the Clippers right now, Rivers out there with Crawford. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then it's Johnson. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Now, here's Thompson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Timeout called the Warriors. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities. Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Some changes. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Iguodala in for Thompson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. And Baamute's checked in. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Rivers. 5 to shoot. In the corner, Rush with it. The 3. They get it again. LA's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Crawford. And it's Paul in for Rivers. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Johnson kicks to Paul. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. And the Clippers making a change here. Pierce is checked in.
I'm putting you in. Let's go.
Jordan dishes to Redick. Shot clock at 6. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
Here's Clark, defended by Paul. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Clark kicks to Green. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And for Green, long arms, great anticipation. We talk about the IQ. Also the willingness to absorb contact. All part of what makes him special on the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Paul. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, you know, now we have all these analytics. And if you look at all the advanced measures for defense, Draymond Green is one of the best in our game. I mean, and teams are better able to measure now defense with player tracking and the cameras. So I think that helped Green when the time came for him to sign his contract.
Shots good from Mbaamoute. Mbaamoute has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Curry, here we go. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Curry. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And now a 4-point Warrior lead.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Paul somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Paul's got his first basket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Paul after the miss from Stephen Curry. Here's Jordan. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Thompson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark, was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
John Livingston, he's checked in for Green. The Clippers also changing it up. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Crawford comes in for Mba'amuta. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Chris Paul. And here's Barnes for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And what a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carry the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
Here's Curry after the basket by Los Angeles. Some nice passing by Golden State. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for Steph Curry.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
It's Thompson off the drive. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And it comes off the front of the rim. Here's Crawford. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Curry kicks to Thompson. From the arc. No good. The Warriors shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. And the shot is good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last on the list. Attention to detail. See it in the numbers going down for him right now.
Thompson with the bucket. Here's Prigioni. The 3. The shot will not go. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors lead by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 14 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
For the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists. You're right. Warriors leading by 5. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Here's the teardrop. No good. Great D that time from Green.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Curry, here we go, to the middle. And Bogut slams it in.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ball against Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Now here's Curry following the shot by Chris Paul. Green passes to Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Shot's good from Mbah-a-Moute. Mbah-a-Moute's got 7 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Curry against Paul. Back to Curry. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Barnes. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. And then for Los Angeles, Johnson comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Mbah-a-Moute with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. They get a hand on it.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Here's Clark looking for his first basket still in this one. 5 on the clock. There's Green with the 3. And Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in. And Mbah-a-Moute's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Rivers dishes the ball. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Here's Iguodala, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And then for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Crawford comes in for Mbah-a-Moute. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Paul. They get it back. Ezeli, no good with the layup.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Here's Aldrich. Johnson kicks to Prigioni. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover. So valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Golden State. They're on a 15-6 run. And here's Green outside. Offensive rebound. Azili the pass to Iguodala. They kick it out to Green. Green missing again. Rivers. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors ahead, up 10. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And the final period of play just about to start. So for the Clippers right now, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Luke Mbamute. And it's Pierce in at the 3 slot. Here's Rush. The shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. They retain possession. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors. The Clippers shooting 43% from the floor. Thompson against Redick. Here's Pierce, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. It's Pierce on the wing from past the arc.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Rush. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And that one misses.
Shooting for Golden State, Brandon Rush. He has 2.
He hits the second from the line. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. That's a 2 from Paul. Again, the miss by Paul.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Clippers trail by 14. Here's Pierce. Buries the 20-footer. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry against Paul. Curry kicks to Rush. Good on the three-point shot. And the Warriors lead by 15.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist column and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Barnes is checked in for the Warriors.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Curry with the steal. All alone. Oh!